You've been inside this trap, you just didn't know it. You walk in for one thing, a lamp, maybe a shelf, but somehow 2 hours later, you're standing in the checkout line with a full cart you didn't plan. Candles, a throw blanket, a set of glasses, maybe a plant, and you're not sure how it happened. Here's the thing, it wasn't an accident. What you just experienced is one of the most carefully designed traps in the world, and the man who built it started out as a 6-year-old kid with a box of matches and a bicycle. His name was Ingvar Kamprad, and the company he built, IKEA, is not what you think it is. How does a kid selling matches become the owner of the 4th largest charity on earth? Ingvar grew up poor in southern Sweden in the 1930s. His family didn't have much, but Ingvar noticed something early. People always needed matches, and if you bought them in bulk and sold them one by one, you made money on every box. By the time he was 10, he was selling fish, then Christmas cards, then pens and pencils. He wasn't just working hard, he was learning a rule. Buy a lot, sell small, and keep the margin. By 17, he started a company. He called it IKEA, a mix of his initials and the farm he grew up on. At first, it was just a mail order business. Cheap goods delivered to people who couldn't get to a store. Nothing fancy. But then Ingvar figured out something that would change everything. The furniture was never the product. You were. In the 1950s, buying furniture was expensive. You went to a fancy store, a salesman showed you a big, heavy piece already put together. You paid a lot. They delivered it. That was the deal. Every furniture store did it this way. The cost wasn't the wood. The cost was the showroom, the staff, and the delivery truck. Ingvar looked at this and saw something no one else did. What if the customer did the work? Not to be mean, but because he was cheap. But because if you remove the showroom, the staff, the delivery, the price drops so much that almost anyone can afford it. So he designed furniture that could fold flat into a box. You drive it home, you build it yourself, you save money, he saves money, everyone wins. You probably thought IKEA won because its furniture looks good, or because it was smart design. But the real win was simpler. He made the customer into an unpaid worker and made them feel good about it. Psychologists actually have a name for this. They call it the IKEA effect. When you build something yourself, you value it more. You feel proud of it. You're more likely to come back and buy again. Ingvar didn't just cut costs, he rewired how you feel about cheap furniture. But that trick only explains the furniture. It doesn't explain the empire. And here's where the story gets strange. IKEA made roughly $20 billion a year. It employs over 200,000 people. It has stores in 60 countries. And yet, technically, it is a charity. No, really, the company that owns IKEA is registered as a nonprofit. It is by some measures the 4th largest charitable organization on earth. Bigger than the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, bigger than most governments' aid budgets. But here's the thing about this charity. It doesn't give much money away. What it does do is protect IKEA's profits from taxes, legally, across dozens of countries for decades. So how did a Matchbox kid from Sweden build the world's most profitable charity? What is IKEA actually hiding, and is it even illegal? In 1982, Ingvar did something quiet. He moved IKEA's ownership into a foundation in the Netherlands. A foundation is a legal structure. It can own a company, but because it's set up as a nonprofit, it doesn't pay the same taxes a regular business does. Ingvar also set up a separate company called IKEA to own the brand name. Every IKEA store in the world has to pay this company a fee just to use the name, IKEA. That fee funnels profits out of the stores and into a structure that pays very little tax. Is it illegal? No. Governments allow it, lawyers built it, and accountants maintain it. Is it fair? That's a different question. The countries where IKEA stores operate collect sales tax, sure, but billions in profit quietly flow through the foundations and holding companies in ways designed to avoid the kind of tax a normal company would pay. Ingvar himself lived in Switzerland for decades, a country famous for low taxes, while his Swedish charity ran one of the world's biggest retail empires. You would expect the reveal here to be Ingvar was a villain, a greedy man hiding his money in secret accounts. But that's not the picture at all. Ingvar Kamprad was, by every measure, one of the richest men on earth for most of his adult life. He flew economy. He drove a 15-year-old Volvo. He ate at IKEA's cafeteria. He bought his clothes at flea markets. He stayed at hotels, brought his own tea bags and refilled them twice. This wasn't a show. People who worked with him said it was completely real. He genuinely believed that wasting money, any money, was wrong. He had dark parts too. He was a member of a pro-Nazi youth group as a teenager, something he admitted to and apologized for publicly, calling it the greatest mistake of his life. He was complicated, hard to judge with a single word. The reason IKEA's empire is structured the way it is may not have been about greed at all. Ingvar was terrified of what happened to other family businesses, sons and daughters who inherited wealth and destroyed it, companies torn apart by estate taxes when founders died. He structured IKEA the way he did as a foundation, untouchable and ownerless, because he wanted it to last forever. The same obsession with not wasting a single tea bag applied to the company. Don't waste it. Don't let it dissolve. Lock it in a box so tight that nobody, not heirs, not governments, not lawyers, can break it up. The arrows on the floor weren't put there by accident either. We started with you walking into IKEA for a lamp. Now you know the whole machine. The flat pack box that made you a worker, the foundation that hid the money, the frugal billionaire who reused tea bags while running the 4th largest charity on earth, but there's still one layer left. Those arrows on the floor, the ones that guide you through the store in one long loop past every single department, those weren't designed by accident either. IKEA stores have no shortcuts. You can't cut from the bedroom section to the exit. You have to walk through kitchens, living rooms, kids' rooms, lighting, storage, the whole thing. On average, shoppers spend 3 hours inside an IKEA. That's not because they need 3 hours. It's because the store is a loop, and every loop is designed to show you something you didn't know you needed until you saw it. The Matchbox Kid figured this out too. Volume. Move people through enough rooms, show them enough things, and the average cart gets heavier. So next time you walk in for a lamp and walk out with a cart full of things you didn't plan on, you'll know exactly why. You were always in the maze. You just didn't have the map. If you like this, check out resources I've linked to below to learn more about this and other interesting facts. Stay tuned and subscribe to our channel. Catch you in the next video.